today saw some very welcome relief from the heat and the humidity, and also just from the storms that we've had over the last few days. And now this afternoon, getting into much more sunshine as the cloud cover kind of breaking up right overhead, and most of the overcast conditions drifting off to our south and east, dealing with some more partly cloudy skies across much of the rest of the area. And that trend will continue here over the next few hours. That is as high pressure builds in across much of the Midwest. And it's this high pressure that's going to be holding firm here over the next several days, it looks like. Here's the cold front that passed through earlier on this morning. That's passing well off to our south now into southern Illinois, even sparking up some more severe thunderstorms well off to our south towards the Ohio Valley. But now we're getting into much more quiet weather here, thankfully, over the next few days. So, and even through this evening, we'll still see those partly cloudy skies hanging around, temperatures holding in the upper 70s here through sunset. And then we'll cool things off, still around 70 as we head towards 10 o'clock. There is still a little bit of humidity in the air, nothing too bad for this time of year. But with that, a little bit of humidity though, and with clearing skies, we do see that potential for areas of fog once again as we head late tonight and early tomorrow morning. We'll see if there's going to be any patchy dense fog. There may be some areas of much more reduced visibility, potentially under a mile in some spots. So just keep that in mind if you're going to be out and about early in the morning. But otherwise, that fog burns off. And then tomorrow morning, we may see a few sprinkles rolling through the area. It would be pretty much nothing more than that. Just a few kind of very light rain showers off and on here. But otherwise, once we get towards the afternoon, we'll see kind of like a repeat of today. Much more sunshine, but still staying on the cooler side. Highs just struggling to reach that 70 or that 80 degree mark, I should say, in the afternoon. So as we look at futurecasted, we can see those sprinkles here as we head towards tomorrow morning. But the big story here is this large ridge across the central U.S. That's what's been keeping us pretty hot and humid. That's going to get flattened out even more as another cold front approaches from the north and west. That does bring our next chance for some scattered showers late Friday night, early Saturday morning. But as that front comes through in the upper air, we're going to see this trough building in from Canada, and that means some much cooler air in sight. As we look at the long-range outlook, the long-range models are just about in agreement. We're likely going to be below average in terms of our temperatures for the rest of this month, and even as we start to kick off September, looking also cooler than average. Also in that time frame, looking like we'll be staying below average in terms of precipitation as well, and the extended forecast certainly looks like it. As you see, barely any chances for rain. Really, it's just that Friday night when that cold front comes through. That'll bring our highs from the low 80s down through the 70s. We may even not get out of the 60s early next week, with those overnight lows potentially drifting down to the 40s.